So in Don't Kick Them Out, we talked about teacher personalities. But here's the thing I want you to think about. Here are the student personalities, right? We're trying to help this type of kid. So let's look at these student personalities. So number one would be an A-grade student. And then we have a student. That's the type of kid we all want. And they definitely do exist. But followers. So we have so many children today that are followers. They don't have personality. They'll just do whatever another person's doing. Then there's defiant kids. Then there's easily distracted kids. Then there's disrespectful children. Not a lot of those, but they come in spurts. Then a frequent flyer. That means they're on our radar. They're always into something. Then we have a focused student. This is a kid who stays focused, who academics is a part of their life. There are a lot of those, and those kids have to be protected because a lot of times their education gets hindered due to foolishness. And then number 9, a manipulative student. This is a student that's trying to play games. Basically, you're just trying to play games, not taking stuff seriously. A manipulator. Notice, this is what we're dealing with as a teaching staff. This is what we're dealing with in our buildings. Some kids hostile, defiant, disrespectful at times, easily distracted. These are student personalities. So we should be able to identify what type of students that we have in our class. That's always the first step. So if I know who I'm dealing with and the type of students I'm dealing with, I should then be able to better understand my approach. Here's what we got. When you look at the teacher personalities, look at how this looks here. So you have a passive-aggressive teacher, right? So a passive-aggressive teacher doesn't want a problem, okay? Hey, guys, will you please be good for me? Come on, guys, do the right thing. Come on, guys, please, hey, listen, we're trying to teach here. Passive-aggressive. Well, what is poverty? Aggressive. Poverty teaches aggression. It teaches you to take advantage of people who you perceive soft, the nice guy. So a lot of teachers that are wonderful humans are taken advantage of because from the poverty reality, the nice person is soft. The poverty reality thinks this. So that means, hey, your politeness is seen as weakness and your, hey, come on, listen, come on, guys. But see, now then when you get upset and get crazy, then you, hey, now the kid's like, okay, now you're crazy, you're being mean, you're yelling. Passive aggressive. Poverty's aggressive. You can't be passive aggressive. Then the enabler. The one that enables the behavior. Oh, those poor black and brown kids. Going through so much. It's just so bad out here. What are we going to do? I don't have time for that because it doesn't help me. Because after you're done doing all that, I'm still poor. I'm still going back to a situation with a parent who's got their issues. My reality is different than yours. So you're whining and crying and you thinking you have to help me. You don't help me until you make sure I can read, write, and follow instructions and pass tests. Standardized tests is my ticket out the neighborhood. If I can get a 27 and up on the ACT, I'm going to college for free. That is a skill that these kids need to be taught in the 3rd grade. 1st grade, they need to be taught test-taking skills. It is a discipline that you must learn and they must be taught. You don't help me with the crying, whining, and giving me passes and letting me do what I want to do. But yet and still, that's a reality. Now imagine being the type of kids I just showed you with an enabling teacher. How do you think that works out? It doesn't. The taskmaster, tough. Teacher, tough. Teacher on top of you about things. Okay, we wish these teachers were a little nicer. However, they're just so hardcore and they're so disciplined to push to get work done. Push, structure. That we don't bother this teacher because this teacher is very productive. It's not a negative. It's like really, they're very intense, tough to work with, but they demand results. Then the mean-spirited. Well, this is the one we got to let you go because you can't be mean to children. It's just not going to work. Our relationship's not going to work. You can't be mean to children. But what happens is a lot of people, they stay in a job too long. They're frustrated with their personal life and they end up being mean to children. And we can't do that. That doesn't work. But once again, this is something we have going on. And then this 5th one here, the rookie teacher believes these things they teach you in college, right? These things they teach you in college, you're under the impression that this stuff's going to help you when you come and work down in a school like Detroit. You work down in school like Brooklyn, down there in Dallas, down there in Houston, in South Central, in the Bronx, in Philly. No, man. You're being delusional. That stuff they're teaching you, college teaches best case scenario. That's what research is, best case scenario. I mean, I'm just starting to get annoyed with the fact that people are actually believing this stuff that they're being given at these conferences and this training stuff. No, that's not everybody. Let me be clear. But I'm listening to the people too. I'm a trainer. I'm not a speaker. I'm a trainer. That means I'm outcome driven. That means when I get involved with a company, I am judging myself on an outcome. So I'm a trainer. My folks have to get better. So when I listen to the speaker create motivational ideology, I cringe. Like, the thought that we need to motivate teachers is a deplorable idea. Motivate a teacher? That's like saying I motivated a professional athlete. Dude, if I got to motivate you, I got the wrong guy. Teachers need education. Life change does not start with inspiration. Life change starts with education. The purpose of a training is to not give us information, but to give knowledge, understanding how to better do the job, insight into the children. That's what we need. And when you're a rookie, that means under 3 years in a building. So you could be a 30-year teacher, but you're new to our campus. That means you're a rookie, because you can't come in talking about how good it was at the school you just came from. Because if it was so good, you should go back. See, that's the rookie rule. And that's stuff we got to understand. And there's a lot of new teachers that have come in and tell the kids 35 times, hey, I'm new. A guy told me last night, I went to a restaurant, just got in town in the middle of the night. It's like 1:30. I'm going through a drive-through. They said the computers are, he said, rebooting or something like that. So the screen on the drive-through is out. And the guy says, I said, well, he's like, oh, I'm sorry, it's rebooting. Well, me, okay, how long did that take? I'm sorry, sir, I don't know, I'm new. There we go. Why are you here then? They put you on the shift and you don't know nothing. Get away from me. Give me some water. Let me just drink some water, go to sleep. Because this is ridiculous. That's what we're talking about. That's the rookie. You don't need to tell everybody you're new. You don't need to tell everybody, I kind of just, no, that's not how this works. So the rookie, when kids sense the rookie's going to be taken advantage of. The number 6 is the idealistic teacher. The teacher will do anything to help a kid. See, that's my life, and that's many of my coworkers. We'll do whatever is necessary to help a kid. That's what it's about. But the thing that gets a lot of us in trouble is they want to be friends with the children. So imagine having a manipulator. Imagine having an angry student. Imagine having a frequent flyer, but you want to be friends and buddies with children. It doesn't work. So the first principle of classroom management is to identify who I am. What's my personality? How do I see things? How do I see the world? And okay, what type of students do I have? Because I would have to understand that if, hey, my personality may not help this kid. I might not help my population. A teacher put it to me best the other day. She said, after listening to me for 40-minute session, she said on feedback round, she said, it's very clear to me. She said, I've been teaching 21 years, and it's very clear to me, I don't relate to my students. It's an awareness a teacher has to have. We don't need to blame or beat people up. We have to bring things to their awareness, and that's what training is. That's an effective training. There must be awareness before I give you a policy. There must be awareness before I give you a blueprint, before I sit you down to learn a system. That's why we don't get bang for our buck. That's why our return on investment is so low, because we give them a policy before we give them an understanding, a personal understanding of what that job really is that they're doing, who they are, what they're here to do. The first rule of life change, the first rule of classroom management, student management, is to know yourself. Before you get to know others, before you want to figure out what to do with other people, the first rule is to know yourself. Better understanding of self, what's going on with me, how I think, why I think the way I think, and then being able to identify what type of students, personalities are in my environment. That teacher shows me how to best approach things. If I know I got a lot of angry and hostile kids, and I know I'm a taskmaster, the taskmaster and the angry kid gonna fight all the time. So that would mean like, okay, wait a minute. Wait a minute. So I see hostile, but I'm gonna push my rules, which is fine and what you should do. But am I really trying? So let me just go about this a little different. Let me go about this a little different, because the goal is to try to help this guy and keep structure. That's what we're talking about. That's what the principle is. It's about understanding you and what you're dealing with. That gives you the first step to getting a more beneficial result in your classroom management, student management practices. As always, this is Dr. Jackson here. If you know these things help you, one, you share them with others. But the thing that I'm really trying to get schools to do and understand, listen, I know what type of training programs many of you have. I know what you're doing. You have to ask yourself. You have to put it to you like this. I'm in a district on a PD day last week, district-wide. And at my school, so one guy, his wife works at another school. He's sitting in my session. I'm giving breaks every 30 minutes, okay? 2-minute breaks. And the husband's coming up to me on break, because he's texting his wife like, hey, this is what our day is going. This is great. Well, his wife is shooting text back like, we ain't doing that. We just over here reviewing. Woo, woo, woo. And so this is what I'm saying. Are you legitimately helping your staff? Are you giving them what they need to do the job better? Or do you think that's a good training? The baseline of training is results. Am I giving my staff the food and the awareness they need to best get the outcome, which is these test scores and healthy children and a positive climate and culture and environment where we all enjoy coming to work? We like it here. Not it's just at 3:00 we all beat the kids to the car. By the end of the day, all the teachers at the other school, the wives got them texting in like, hey, because other teammates of theirs in the district are texting them like, oh man, hey, our training's going great. Boom, boom, boom. We learn boom, boom, boom. And they like, man, we wish we was there, because what they did for us today, the guy they brought. It's not whether these people are bad people or bad speakers. These people are brilliant. It's about what we're discussing and our approach to it, does it connect with our real need? And that's what, and see, I'm hard on trainers. I am held to a high training standard to where I need to deliver at a high level every day. I need to be coming in at a 4 point out of 5. I got to come in no less than a 4.8 every day. So I'm hard on these other trainers, because what they get to do, they get to review slides and do all that other stuff. I'm tired of that. Reading handouts to you, being motivational, rah guys. Dude, we're not past that yet. If that gets your test scores up, stay with it. If you got an A school off that, salute. We're good, because I'm obviously not built for you. But if you are still dragging in the mud and you're not getting the results you want, and you're spending most of your time in your office dealing with adult issues, the purpose of these videos are for you. Your test scores is dragging in the mud, but you know your kids can pass the test. Your teachers are turning over, leaving your school every year. These videos and what I've been doing is for you. That means take advantage. We have a full calendar for a reason. Our calendar is full for a reason. But guess what? We're always still trying to create an opportunity to serve and help as many as we can. And that means you. As always, if we can help you, by all means, reach out and let us know. Hope you found value in this. I will see you in our next video.